All right, and then let's tighten it up with that pedal. Well, if it isn't your favorite gear and plugin and overall musical stuff nerd, yeah. Back here with a plugin review today from Bogren Digital. They just released the new BDM AmpKnob series. It's a whole bundle of different amps that are based on, the famous gold plate amps that are out there. Probably Marshall, I would expect. But like I said, there are 3 of them, and Bogren has sent those to me today to demo for y'all. Now, they're not paying me to make this video, but they did send me the plugins free of charge, and I do have an affiliate link down below where you can grab these plugins, and that does help me out, so this is kind of a sponsored video. So the 3 AmpKnob plugins we'll be testing out today are the BDM series, obviously. We have the BDM 75, we have the BDM 410 JVH, and then we have the BDM 800 lead knob. So for those that are familiar with, Marshall British style amps that are out there, then you'll probably know what each of those correspond with. And in true Bogren fashion, these have some really legit impulse responses already built in. They have great noise gates built in, but these also have some delay and reverb in a couple of these as well, which is really handy because it's already kind of dialed in the way you would like it as well. But I really just love this AmpKnob series from Bogren. Every one of them just tends to do the thing that it was designed to do. And I really think that they've nailed it on the head pretty much every time they release one of these. So let's grab a guitar. I'm going to be using my GOC Guitars Illumina Modern with the trem here, and these are just the standard humbuckers, which I am switching out this week, so I can't wait to show you all and let you hear what they're gonna sound like next. These are coil split, so I will be going between humbucking and single coil mode. All right, and before we jump into Logic here, I would recommend you put on headphones if you want to truly hear the differences between these different amp knobs. Obviously, phone speakers and laptop speakers aren't always going to let you hear everything, especially the different types of saturation going on here. But the first amp that we're going to try out is the BDM 75. If you know what amp this is based on, comment down below. Without cheating, don't go to the website and look. And what's cool about this is it does emulate the jumping between channels here. You'll see the animation playing over on the side. Let's leave it unjumped at the moment though, and I have nothing else going on here, just my guitar straight into my audio interface, and this is what we sound like. Let's go ahead and coil split that, and you hear the reverb going on behind there too. All right, let's go ahead and switch it to the jumped channel. Let's go ahead and bring down the gain a little bit. Let's bring it way down. And let's coil tap this. Ooh, we're gonna be full of mistakes today, y'all. I'm a little bit rusty today. So that sounds good though. I really dig the reverb that they've gone and put in this. It sounds really subtle. You only hear it once you stop playing. It's not like super high mixed, and that's just the default setting. Let's crank it. And see, even at full, it sounds good still. Okay, let's go ahead and crank the gain and see what we get out of this. Let's go ahead and turn off the reverb now. Let's riff. That sounds sick, honestly. That's pretty damn good. Let's hear it at full gain, unjumped. Okay, it is safe to say that I'm gonna steal this line from Ola England and say that this really chugs. And that's just the first amp. That's a very great sounding high gain Marshall, British style sound. That sounds sick. All right, we got to move on to a different amp though. Let's go ahead and go to the BDM 410 JVH. So this one, you'll notice we have 4 different modes. Let's go ahead and start at the bass mode, which is going to be a clean channel here. Let's give it some more gain under that clean. And then coil tap. Let's give it some reverb. A little bit more reverb. And I'm gonna switch it to the middle pickup position. That's clean. Like, that sounds really, really good. That's a sparkling clean is what I would call that one. Let's try it with cab 2, the vintage cab, and see what that sounds like. That sounds ridiculously good. And again, all of these have multiple cabs as well, and you can add your own impulse responses too. Let's go ahead and turn off that reverb and put it back to the modern cab, and let's go to mode 2 and see what that sounds like. All right, we'll go back to the bridge pickup, not coil tapped. Let's go ahead and coil split it. Let's go ahead and max out the gain. That's a really nice crunch though. Not max out, we won't go all the way up. And coil tapped. Not bad, not bad. Let's bring the gain down, go to mode 3. Let's go back to the humbucker, I should. All right, let's engage that pedal now. This is begging for an overdrive. That is such a pleasing crunch sound, holy crap. That's a sick, sick crunch sound. I know that these are kind of geared towards like classic rock kind of sounds, but man, this is a great pop punk set here. All right, last mode here. You know, let's go back to mode 3, and I'm gonna crank some more gain through that. Such a clean distortion, man, that sounds so good. All right, let's go to mode 4 here. Mode 4 is going to be the most gain. So we've gone through all 4 modes and we have the gain still cranked, so let's bring it down and hear how it sounds at relatively low gain with that overdrive off. Let's turn off the overdrive. That's thick, man. That sounds good. Let's crank the gain a little bit. All right, and then let's tighten it up with that pedal. Wow, okay. You've got me sold. That's my favorite of the 3 so far. We have one more to check out though, and that is the BDM 800 Badboy. So this is the JCM 800. We know what that looks like and we know what the 800 here means. So we've got effects, we've got pedal, which is a boost pedal, and let's click on effects here. What do we got that we can change over here? So we've got our reverb, level and size, we've got the delay, and then we can sync it with our DAW's BPM, and we can set it to ping pong. That's pretty cool. So you've got some real customizability there. And I know this is a AmpKnob plugin, but it is nice to have those effects, you know, settings there just in case we need them. So again, let's go and listen to this right out of the box. That's that drive, that's that sound, man, they nailed it. I don't know what amp exactly they used. They probably used one of Jens' private collection JCM 800s in there. I don't know if it's a modded one or not, but that's sick. Man, you can really hear it when I dig in there, and we have the gain at about halfway, so let's crank some more gain into this bad boy. Let's hear the other cab now. So that was the modern cab. Let's hear the vintage cab. Definitely is smoother. It's not got as much hair to it. Wouldn't use it in a metal mix. I would use the modern cab in a metal mix, hence the modern name, I'm sure. There's a lot of clarity there. So listen to these chords. So you can actually hear all of those notes, and the same thing with. That's what I look for, that sparkle. Let's hear the modern cab doing the same thing. So the vintage cab has a little bit better like note articulation and string separation to the sound, under gain at least. So this has both been with the same gain. We have the pedal on. Let's turn off the pedal. Obviously, I would prefer to play with the pedal on, but if we turn it off and we bring this gain down, clean it up. I know this isn't really meant to be a clean amp here since it's meant to be a lead knob here. That amp just has highs for days. I did coil tap that too, so let's bring it back out. Wow, yeah, so it definitely does the clean thing. Let's turn that back on, crank up that gain a little bit more. Oh man, I think I like the vintage cab more. Oh, there's a third cab in this one. I was mistaken. We have a lead cab as well. Definitely brighter. Let's turn on these effects now. Let's hear it. Sick. It does sound really good for leads as well. I'm not much of a lead player, we all know that, and I haven't been practicing as much as I should. Don't tell anybody here. But I don't know, man. These pedals are sick. They sound great. They look fantastic. And yes, that does matter to me as somebody who stares at a computer screen recording with plugins for most of his day. The visuals do matter to me. So I want them to look good because it just makes it more fun. I have real amps all over the place and they're all designed to look a certain way and to make you feel a certain way when you look at them. So why shouldn't your plugins look sick too? You know, that's just my theory on it. But yeah, that is the Bogren Digital BDM AmpKnob series. That's all three in the bundle there. Now, link down below in the description is the affiliate link where you can grab these. You can grab one of them, you can grab two of them, you can grab three of them. Right now they are on sale. So usually my code Heartless would get you 10% off, but since they're already on sale, that won't get you any discount off. Once they're full price though, if you're watching this after the fact, then you will be able to get a discount using code Heartless on anything on Bogren Digital's website as well. But I'm pretty stoked to use these in some upcoming songs that I'm writing. Let me know what else you might want to hear me do with these though. I'd be happy to make further demos, but leave it down in the comments below. And if you like this kind of content from me, please hit like, please hit subscribe. You know, the things that all of us YouTubers ask from all of you. It's free, so just help me out here a little bit, please. Cool. All right, well, until next time, peace and love, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.